if we all want to go 3 wide now?
It's a race, Terry.
Stupid son of a gets you the bottom, and then races you in the corner. So that little clown can be what to put me off. I'll see him after the race. Stick that finger straight up his. Loose in, loose off, too damn tight in the middle. Piece of that dumb not have enough room. No fucking driving candy out. Here we come, bitches. Let's go win this fucking race. Get out of my way. Holy shit, this thing is awesome. That's right. Ran over this fucker. And blam, blam. Slammed into the racetrack. That wall straightened me out. I was gone. Hello? Good boy. Damn, I don't get an attaboy or nothing. That was awesome. Okay, Templar track bar is helping you, right? I don't know. Let me ask you. Track bar, are you helping me? That was funny. That 33 just cleaned him out. I'm sorry, Steve. I haven't listened to a damn word you said the last lap and a half. I was daydreaming a little bit about racing.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Race Chatter, episode number 7. We're back. We took a week off. You know, sometimes life happens, so we got a little busy and had to take a week off, but we're back this week. I am your host, as always, Corey. I can't say my fucking name. Corey Sherman, driver number 3, BPL 6, and Cyber Thunder. Yeah, I'm done talking. Tanner.
I'm Tanner Marr, driver number 4, and basically everything. Sundays and Xfinity, Chevy Camaro, super late models, tour mods, everything else. And then I guess we'll go underneath me. Because you are always beneath me.
Oh,
I forgot who I am. I ain't been here.
What's your name?
Yeah.
He's finally showed up.
Jeff. We got Jeff in here with us.
My name's Mark, and I'm an alcoholic. I only drive the number 12 car, Barbie. That's it.
Driving with everything. Glad you finally showed up, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, Tanner gave me the wrong directions, and I've been lost for like 7 weeks.
All right, who's below me?
It's Jason Day, driver number 52, Five Kings Motorsports car. Pretty much every series I run in, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Unless the fucker stole your number, huh?
Yeah, well, it's 52 now. All my online cars are 52.
Right. So that's it?
Yeah, that's it. Let's get started in the race recaps. This Tanner's so excited for these. Let's start off with the super lates.
New points leader.
Are you? You are, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Alrighty, so super late model still who at this track a lot this past week. Martinsville. Looks like it was won by Mr. Chris Carroll, Brandon Nevison in second, and Maple Leaf Muscle down there. Jason Day brought it home P3. Your top 3 were for qualifying. Chris Carroll put it on the pole and actually led 117 of the laps. Jason Day actually started outside row number 1, and Chris Smith started P3. Looks like they had 8 cautions, or we had 8 cautions for 40 laps, which sounds like a lot, but it seemed like everybody walked away from thinking there was a decent race. I mean, I didn't think it was that bad. Yeah, Chris Carroll came back and raced Mark with us. He messaged us Monday night asking why he wasn't in the league, and I was like, well, you said you wanted out, so I kicked you. That was just straightforward. So, but he did. He came back and raced, and I think he said he led 117 out of 125 laps. So, once again, it was dominated by Chris Carroll. Martinsville, I know he's pretty good at that track. Jay, how'd you feel? What'd you finish? 3rd, I think?
3rd, yeah. I was, after we pitted, I came out on the outside there, and I think it was, who was it? Murphy. Brett Murphy was on the outside, and he didn't go on the restart, and I got 4 or 5 cars went underneath me, and then I took a little while to get back in the spot, so got back up to 3 and make it back to 3rd place, and it wasn't a bad race. 8 cautions seemed like a lot, like you said, but it actually was a pretty decent race. Had a few good long runs, and it wasn't bad at all.
And like they said when the graphic was up, I know you are the points leader over
3 points over Zimmy.
3 points over Zimmy. See if I can get it pulled up on my end just to see. And then Chris Carroll sitting third in the points. So between the top three, y'all are separated by 6 points. So definitely going to get tight.
Yeah.
As I don't even know where we race at next.
New Smyrna.
No, hoof. But yeah, so Corey, that was Monday nights.
Oh, all right. Here we go. Let's go to the Tour Mod Tuesdays, right? Yeah, Tour Mod Tuesdays.
Yep.
That
I don't
sounds
even
good.
remember. Did we even race on Tuesday? I don't even remember. Oh, yeah. It was kind of a boring race, Legacy Phoenix. All right, so yeah, Tour Mods presented by Tripods in the Wild. Went to Phoenix, the Legacy version, which is, I'll be honest, I like the newer version. I thought I liked Legacy before this one, but it was pretty boring. Wasn't a whole lot of action. We did have 5 cautions for a total of 20 laps, only did 100 laps there. Brian Gravel won it. Zach Murphy finished second, and Brian Zimmerman finished P3. Looks like Scotty Stevens led the most laps with 30. And that's basically it. I wish I could say more about Tuesday nights, but I honest to God don't remember it really.
What happened to Scotty? Did he get something happen to him in that race? Or?
I don't know.
You broadcasted the race.
Yeah, I know that's bad, but I'm telling you, it was boring. Oh, Scotty wrecked somebody and took an EOL.
Oh, okay.
He spun somebody coming through the field. Basically, if you're top 5 in a crooked line race, you can't never pit. So everybody sticks on back pits, and so once Scotty had to go down for fuel, he was basically shuffled to the back, and that's all she wrote for him. All right, Corey, Wednesday nights?
Wednesday night late models?
That'd be it.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't remember this one either.
I remember. I finished after about 10 laps of the race. Remember I got wrecked?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that portion of it because you did 47 laps or whatever. All right, so late model stocks presented by Bad Company Racing went to Myrtle Beach for 100 laps. Only had 4 cautions there. Gravel once again won it. Brian Gravel. Brandon Elvis is actually his home track. I know he's raced there a lot in real life. He finished second, and Justin Coleman finished third. I believe the points because there's only that was the second to last race. So yeah, late model stocks are going to end this Wednesday night, double points night, and Coleman and Elvis are separated by 5 points going into North Wilkesboro double points night.
Damn.
So it'd be interesting.
Yeah. It'll definitely be interesting.
And aren't they teammates too?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Elvis Coleman Racing, I believe. ECR, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take this one from you, Tanner, because I got the stats on this one. Let's go to Blazing Pedals playoffs.
It's a race, Terry.
All right. Blazing Pedals went to Martinsville for 300 laps. It felt like 300 laps. I didn't race it, but I watched some of it. Pole sitter, the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Arthur takes the pole. He loves taking the pole. Outside pole, TBB. 20 cautions for 99 laps. Glad I set that one out. Fastest lap, Austin Edstrom, 19.609. He took the win also. Jamie Walker second, and TBB comes home third. Let's talk about the race. Mark, how was your race? I saw you got beat up. It looked like that 10 car was all over you all night.
Yeah, he spun me once, and Chris Carroll spun out, and I had to check up for him, and then Tanner just ran me over, and I made
What?
Dave Taylor.
Like, bitch, I was spotting for you. I didn't run you over.
Yeah, it couldn't have been Tanner. He only made it like 50 laps.
Yeah, I got killed by John Perkins. Some bitch.
John Perkins was knocking people out of the way too that night. I saw.
He didn't. Hey, I think he just slid into me, and it was just so weird. I just couldn't save it. Just zero talent whatsoever.
Yeah, once you get shuffled through the back there, it's just, I don't know, you're like a pinball.
Where'd you finish? I don't even remember. I remember I was fighting for you, but
I was running 6 on the outside of Rick Thompson and just pushing hard, trying to stay in 6 on the outside. I looped it myself and finished. That ended up giving me a DQ because of the.
oh yeah, I remember.
Gave
Yeah.
me the black for the incident. I finished 11th, I think.
Oh.
I know you were hard headed as a motherfucker. You would not listen. Anytime I said go high, I swear to God, I swore on everything I love. Hard left, going low. Every time. It did not matter. So I told him eventually, I was like, all right, next wreck, I'm going to tell you go low. Do whatever you want with it. But I'm hoping like he goes high when I says go low, right?
So,
fucking hard headed.
So here's the real story, right? So Tanner's in there still as a racer, right? So now you have a delay when you're watching the replay.
Yeah, yeah.
So by the time Tanner says go high, I'm like, well, that was in the last turn, Tanner.
Yeah. Not true. Not true. It wasn't that bad.
Like
I was watching like 7 rows up. So I could just give him a general, they're hitting each other. They're beating. All right, they're wrecking. But yeah, there was a little bit of delay in it. There definitely was.
I'm already in the middle of the thing, and he's like, go low. Like, it's a little tough now.
Tanner, what about your race?
Was running 4th, and I got Perkins.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it just was just chilling, minding my business, minding my P's and Q's, and I think he was getting pressure from behind too, though. So it wasn't like he didn't just go in there with malintent or anything, but just got into me, and I had zero talent, couldn't save it. Hard and outside wall, blown motor. Sucks. I love Martinsville too. That's like the only race this Sunday I feel like I was really looking forward to, and blew it.
Let's take a look at the points, how they shake up after. We have Jamie Walker in first, TBV second, STJ in third, RT 76 fourth, Brian D's fifth, Mark Arthur sixth, Chris Carroll seventh, Derek Paulson rounds out your top 8. 2 more races left. We got Kansas and we have Texas. Who do you got in? Who you got out, Tanner?
So it's gonna be this next round is just a 4, ain't it? It'd be like the championship 4.
Yep. After this round.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take
Kansas and Texas left in it.
I'm gonna take Jamie. I'm gonna take the Butcher, Mark and Chris. I know we're going out on a big limb there, right? But that's my top 4. I figured Carroll will probably win one of these next 2, right? So that's gonna point him in, and I think Mark and them will point into. Taylor has like the most top 10s out of everybody.
Yeah. Who do you think, Mark?
See, I'm here, so Tanner says me.
Yeah.
He didn't say me last week, did he?
No, I don't think he
Didn't
did.
hear last week.
Yeah. I don't know. So obviously Jamie is consistent, right? So he's probably going to stay up there. But Stephen T's been very consistent. If he
I forgot about Stephen T.
If he doesn't have infant problems or something,
Right.
and I think he would be in there. Chris and myself, I still think it's a climb, right? I mean, literally those guys are going to have to make mistakes because if they finish up, even if Chris wins or I win, they finish second or third, that's still a climb, right? So I don't know. It's I might be able to get past D's if Rick runs consistent. It'd be tough, right? So I don't know. I'm gonna try, but I don't know.
So
I think it'll be fine for anybody outside of the top 5.
So who's your top 4? Jamie.
Probably Jamie. Taylor's pretty consistent, so he'll probably stay up there. Stephen T. and I don't know. Chris Carroll might be able to climb up in there. So
You could almost finish with Carolyn to win the next 2 races, right? I mean, there's either track, either mile and a half. But I think about you too with Kansas. Aren't you pretty good at Kansas?
I mean, I'm all right there. The Kansas, the problem is everybody has to run the wall, and
Right.
if you don't run the wall right on the wall, you're not going to be as fast. And if you do run on the wall and somebody gets into the wall, normally you get into them. So
Right, dead man walking.
Right, that's a problem at Kansas. So you kind of got to run a half a lane at least down. So if somebody does get in there and hit a wall, you can miss them, but then you're not going to be as fast, right? If you're running down like that. So it's a crapshoot with a track like Kansas.
What about you, Jason? Who you got for your top 4?
Well, is it a win if you're in, or is it just on points?
No, it's just points.
Just points. So I'd have to say the first 3 are probably still in. So Stephen T and Walker and Taylor probably in there, and I'm gonna have to go with Tanner too. To potentially Chris could point his way in, just to have 2 good races. He's kind of determined. I don't think he's going to be racing much anymore when he goes off into his pool adventures that he's going on. So I think he's determined to try to maybe finish off with the championship. But you can't count out Mark. You can't, like, all those guys are good. So I don't know. The top 3 definitely are probably still in there, and then it'll be a climb for that 4th spot.
Now, one thing you're not aware of, Jason, I don't think, is what is if you win 185 points, something like that. It's an old school Winston point format. So there's a lot of points out there for grabs.
For sure.
I think.
All right, Sherman.
I'm gonna go with Jamie, Steven, Mark, and Chris. I think that'd be an awesome Final 4 to watch. That
Rick's gonna kill every one of us, bro.
Yeah,
he's gonna kill. Not one motherfucker pick Rick.
I don't know. I'll just go with Rick.
Well, we don't pick Rick. We don't pick Rick. He makes it.
I think Chris Berg's going to get in there.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, from the 33rd spot. I think he'll get up there probably.
Chris Berg is going to get in. All right,
I got to get in this series.
Let's move on to the pick'em. And Tanner, it's getting a little crazy with these guest picks. So, bam,
dude, that's ridiculous. That's pathetic.
Yes, but this week, this week's worth 64 points. That's what's so fun about doubling everything. So yeah, last week, Chris Carroll, or last time was Lucas Oil. Philip Van Vliet got Tanner 1 point, and the guest, I think, was Philip Van Vliet, picked Chris Carroll. And he won it, so they got the 32 points. We'll just cross out Martinsville there since we didn't make our picks for that. So we're on to Kansas. And yeah,
we'll let you go first, Corey, just because you are.
Ooh, I get to go first.
Bottom of the totem pole, yeah. You need an advantage here.
Oh,
I'm 1 point ahead. I'm talking all that shit, and I'm 1 point ahead.
Yeah. All right, who am I gonna go with? I'm gonna go with STJ for my playoff driver. And let me pull the points back up. I want non-playoff. Non-playoff, I'm going to go with Ty Morosco.
Oh, Morosco. I like it. All right, tell me. I guess I'll go next since I'm third in points.
Yeah, let you go next. You cannot pick TBB, Sam Lawson, Chris Carroll, Dustin Ping, Dalton Kilroll, Corey Rutherford, Ty, Bockover, Wellman, Perkins, Walker, or Van Vliet.
All right, I'll try to remember that. Let's see. I'm going to take playoff driver. I'm going to go. You say I've already picked Derek Paulson?
No, you haven't picked Derek.
I'm gonna take Paulson as my playoff driver. Non-playoff driver, I am going to go. We'll go Joshua Rutherford.
All right. We'll have Mark, since he was supposed to be the third seat. We'll have him pick for the third seat. So, Mark,
Dalton.
Yeah, you cannot pick Van Vliet, Ty, Polisky, Kobe, Rick Thompson, Amanda Sherman, Jamie Walker, Sam Lawson, Derek Paulson, Josh Rutherford, STJ, or Tanner Marr.
I can't pick anybody.
Yeah. Well, it's getting down. There's only a couple races left.
So are you supposed to pick a playoff driver?
Yeah,
one playoff driver.
One playoff driver
in
for
the current playoff.
The playoff drivers for the big points. It'll be 64 points and then 1 point.
Names again?
You got Van Vliet.
Who's not in the playoffs?
You got
who is in the playoffs?
Philip, Ty, Andrew Polisky, Kobe, Rick Thompson, Amanda Sherman, Jamie Walker, Sam Lawson, Derek Paulson, Josh Rutherford, Stephen T. Johnson, and Tanner Marr.
Best blast.
He didn't pick Chris Carroll. I guess I'll go with Chris. Right?
Yep.
And non-playoff, I'm going to go with Sherman.
Amanda Sherman?
Amanda Sherman.
No,
Me?
you.
Me?
Yep. Yep.
Oh shucks.
Mark took my
Aw.
picks.
So,
Oh,
Both
man.
of them.
Yeah.
so
That's my-
last time we were at Kansas in the Xfinity car, Corey finished third.
Ooh. I'm pretty
You went and did research for this, man?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at Kansas.
The car sucks for Day because Day only knows like the top.
Yeah.
Well, there's people
Mark
he's
took my
racing really.
picks.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well,
right.
Jason needs to get with it and come on over and race it.
Well, it's
Dude,
okay.
This has been a 3-year-old process.
the-
We start too early for him, though.
Yeah,
That's the problem. It's too early in the afternoon for me.
the guest has been killing us, so we need to have him not win one. All right, you cannot
For
pick
real.
Larry Bell, Stephen T. Johnson, Mike Hamlin, Dave Seats, Dustin Ping, Cody Gibson, Derek Paulson, Zimmy, Rick Thompson, Chris Legoo, Chris Carroll, and Paul Ellison.
So you couldn't pick Chris anyway.
No, I couldn't. I'm gonna go with Mark Arthur for my playoff driver to win, and my non-playoff driver.
Jason
Same
Day gets
thing.
broadcast curse somebody here. That's awesome.
If I could, well, then I must say you, Tanner. Tanner Marr for my non-playoff driver.
Oh, look at that. Tanner Marr, non-playoff.
Yeah, we get to
Well, you
Get
better
the-
pick somebody that's going to finish.
get the curse both of us.
Oh,
Oh, that-
Oh.
I don't know why that's going off. All right, so yep, there we go. Next one's worth 64 for first for whoever
Nuts.
first highest. And yeah, tune in next week and find out who. Moving on. All right, so we got 2 new people on here tonight, Tanner. Let's learn about them. Let's start with
Let's do it.
Jason. Tell us a little bit about yourself. When you got into iRacing, what you use for stuff, all sorts of whatever you want to talk about. Just talk.
all right. Well, I started sim racing way back in the NASCAR like 99 2000 days with the Papyrus Sim. Started racing online. I think when the first 2000, I think 99 2000 when the first online racing stuff happened. I actually raced in a couple leagues with Martin Truex, Dale Jr., and a couple guys back
Oh
east.
shit.
Went back before they were in Xfinity, before they had started. They probably wouldn't remember who I was. I only raced a few races with them, but it was actually a lot of fun. So I've been online racing for 23 years now.
Holy shit.
So yeah, it doesn't show because I'm not very good.
Man.
And then I started iRacing. I think 6 years ago now. I think 2016. I think is when I switched to iRacing. I got out of sim racing for probably 8 or 9 years. I used to live in Nova Scotia on the east coast of Canada, and I moved out here to the west coast in 07.
Trailer Park Boys land.
Yeah, trailer. That's where I got the rum and coke like Julian right now. So
Yeah. Do you like
Yeah.
ketchup chips? I love ketchup chips.
I'm not a big ketchup chip fan. no.
Really? I like them.
No. Yeah.
One of my Canadian buddies sent me some.
That sounds gross.
They're actually pretty good.
I like ketchup
They're weird.
too, but it sounds.
No, they taste nothing like ketchup. They're just weird.
No, they
taste.
don't. Yeah.
I got you.
You get your hands really
Oh yeah,
red.
all red.
thick. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
But-
So I've been sim racing for a long time. Only been iRacing for about 6 years. Was involved with a couple different teams in iRacing, and then I don't know how long ago it was now, Tanner. Probably 4. Was it COVID year? I guess 2020. I think is when I met Tanner, and he asked me to join Five Kings. So I've been with him ever since. Racing a few Crooked Line series. Raced the Super Lates, the Tour Mods. I think I've won the Tour Mod Championship twice, but just with my son's baseball schedule, I'm not able to race Tuesdays right now. Race Next Gens on Friday in Chop Shot series, which is really good group of guys. Pretty laid back, but competitive. Just a good group of guys to race with. Mark's been bugging me to race BPL for a while now, but I don't have time because it's too early in the afternoons with my schedule with my kids.
Yeah, get rid of them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, they're almost gone. My oldest is 21 now. My youngest is graduating this year, so hopefully he's off to college next year, the year after.
Those aren't kids. Those are adults.
No, they're adults now. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem is that my youngest son still won't drive. Like he doesn't drive, so I got to drive him around everywhere he goes right now. So
Nah,
that's it.
shit.
Yeah.
If you want to go somewhere, you drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uber.
Yeah.
What do you race with?
What's that? What I race with? Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
have
what I'm talking about.
I have a Thrustmaster TX, or like the same as a T300, a new version. I have SSH speed shifter, Fanatec inverted V3 pedals. Built a handbrake for my son because he drifts a lot on the sim in a Assetto Corsa. So I have a handbrake. I built in a button box.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
He won't drive himself nowhere.
No, my oldest son is the driver. He races the sim. He has a couple cars, so he's a driver. They've got the old G27 shifter installed also with a splitter on it, so I can race trucking sim, American trucking sim. So I've got all that set up. Triple monitors. Got basic setup. Real racing seat. Tanner's seen my setup
It's
before.
not basic at all. It's not.
It's all home built.
It's basic.
Yeah, so I wouldn't know. I would have no idea how to bring it up to show you.
The handbrake's badass. The handbrake's really cool.
It's built out of a G27 gas pedal, I think, is what I used, and then put a handle on it and just hooked it up that way. So that's kind of the way I built that.
Like John Perkins basic, or
Yeah,
Casey.
Casey
Casey has
basic.
one. Whenever I saw Casey's picture on Facebook, I think I called you, Mark. I was like, dude, is this really Casey's setup? It's been a long time ago. Like, yeah. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
And then what else about me? I guess, and I race real cars.
Oh, you race real? Oh yeah, talk about that.
I do. So I've raced real cars for the last 6 years. Like the same year I started iRacing, I decided I've been wanting to race a real car my whole life. So I had a chance. A buddy of mine had 2 race cars. One of his Hornet race car, just a little 4-cylinder front-wheel drive series. His son couldn't race one night. He said, "Hey, you've always wanted to try this. Do you want to try it out?" And I said, "Sure." So I got in the car for the first night. Won the first race I ever drove it. Then I was hooked. So then I bought my own car.
Time out. I ain't gonna let that one ride. You won your first race you ever set in.
Yeah.
There's only 2 people in the race.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, so I won my first race ever in the car. So then I bought my own race car about 2 weeks later, and then we raced a couple of races that season. Went on the next season, missed the championship by like 2 points or something, or it worked out to be like 10 points because of the way the point system works. I had to work late one night, missed the last race of the year, lost the championship, had the points lead all the way through. But the way the point system works, you miss a night, you basically drop out of the top 10. But we had won, I don't know, 8 or 9 races that year with our Hornet car. We got raced there for a couple of years, and then I moved into mini stocks, which is basically a stock car but with 4-cylinder motors. And then I raced that for the last 5 years, and I won the last 2 championships. We won 9 out of 11 races last year.
Not even close, dude. It ain't close watching it on YouTube.
We had a good year last year. 9 out of 11 races, had 2 track records. It was a lot of fun. And then we didn't race at all this year. Unfortunately, our local racetrack, Western Speedway, was one of the oldest, I think it's the oldest short track in Western Canada, and it's closed down now. So we didn't have a track to race on. I could have traveled, but it was 6-hour round trip, and I just didn't want to do it this year with my
and a ferry and everything else.
No, I don't need a ferry. That one, it's on the island, but it's a great track. It's like Concord almost, only smaller. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a little tri-oval, but I didn't have time this year and commit to it. So don't know if I'll be racing again or not. I might sell the real race car and give up for a couple of years unless they build a new track here. But yeah, so that's basically it.
What's your on iRacing? What's your favorite track and your least favorite track?
Favorite track is Martinsville by far. Like it's probably if you looked at my iRacing record, I think most of my wins are at Martinsville. That's definitely my favorite. My least favorite track would probably be any super speedway. Not that I don't enjoy them. It's just a crapshoot. You can't. It doesn't matter if you're good or if you're bad. It could be anything happens.
I said that last week.
And I'm always the one that I'm always the one that gets stuck in somebody else's crap. So and Tanner knows this because he's raced with me for a long time. I've got the worst luck out of anybody when it comes to stuff like that. So,
oh no, yeah. Larry Bell's got the worst.
Yes, you're right. Yeah,
Larry has the worst luck everywhere.
Well, Larry lives about 10 minutes away 15 minutes away from me. So I guess maybe it's just luck here on the island. Maybe that's
right. I tell Larry, go ahead.
Although Carol lives like 10 minutes away too, so I guess
the luck didn't hit him.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah.
He has a golden horseshoe, man. It's insane some of the shit he gets through on here.
Yeah, he does. He's good.
All right, Mark from Maryland. Tell us a little bit about yourself. It's your first time on the show in episode 7.
Well, Tanner got bad directions. I done told you that. I started way back like Jason Day with Papyrus NASCAR racing, the first one. That's like 94, I think that
Yeah.
came out. And I mean, there was no real internet back then, right? So it was like you had a modem in your PC, and you could call one friend and race with that guy
Right.
with the AI. So started with that. So it's almost 30 years in sim racing. Quit for a couple years. Well, I started iRacing in 2012, so it's like 11 years. But I quit for 2 years, and a buddy of mine talked me into coming back and adminning his league. So I came back and did that, and I've been back in here ever since, and got in this league with I'm not gonna say who started it because he's a moron.
He's an idiot. He is an idiot.
Yeah, I got in this league the first season. He ran it, and then he miraculously, got suspended or
Banned from
removed
iRacing.
yeah, one of his 15 times.
I was gonna say he had like 7 accounts, dude. Like no joke.
I think he has 8, right? And then so he got banned off of there and just dumped it on me, right? And it's like, here it is, you got it, and then deleted the Discord, right? And didn't turn the Discord over to me, deletes it, so we had to rebuild all that, and it got a lot better, and been here ever since.
Hashtag humble brag.
What?
Hashtag humble brag. It got a lot better.
Well, it did get a lot better, that. Well, everybody knows that. I don't know, Corey, were you here when he had it, or
Yeah, I raced I think 2 or 3 races, and then the whole thing went down. He got banned, and then you took it over. So I raced like 2 or 3 races with him.
So I mean, you could probably tell that it got better right over the years.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So that's it. All right, I race on Fanatec CSW wheel, and shifter and pedals. I don't have the fancy inverted pedals like Day does over there.
Ooh, I have those too. I love those inverted pedals.
I just got them like 2 weeks ago. So.
And I race in a next level rig. It's not the best rig, but it's there.
We all can't
pretty
have
much it. Yeah.
motion sims like Corey.
Whoa, hey.
Yeah, no shit. Inverted pedals, motion rig.
I built mine all out of wood. If you've ever, I don't know if
My
Tanner's got a
first-
picture of it, but
My
I
first 2 I built out of wood.
That's what mine. I was just straight out of wood, man. Shaped like a car.
Yeah.
I'm too broke and fat to do real racing because you don't see any Jimmy Spencers out there anymore.
I wish
I
I
want
could.
to talk. So y'all both said y'all did. I'm gonna say iRacing, but sim racing back in the day. Like Mark, you said something modem, and what was it? Just peer to peer.
Dial up modem.
That's
That's what I had for years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just peer to peer.
So my next question was, what was racing like on dial up? And dial up was early 2000s still, wasn't it?
I'm gonna say now there was when I raced, I did the same thing Mark did. Started early when they're just a single person and racing against the AI, and then I switched. I think it was '99 the first year when they added the trucks edition. I think it was the first year they actually had like full fields you could do online, and I used a dial-up modem. Some guys, there was very little high speed. It was dial-up modem, and there was no such thing as netcode. It was actually pretty smooth and
Right.
awesome. It was no such thing. I ran all that, and I think the NASCAR 2003 mark. I think that was the last year they did it, and they kept adding on for years. It still ran for a long time. By far the best
Still running.
racing, still running. Yes, by far though the best side by side racing without a netcode or internet connection wise. It's great. I mean the sim is way behind when it comes to how the cars run and stuff now, but it was fantastic at the time, and internet wise it was great.
Y'all have steering wheel and shit back then too?
Oh yeah.
Single pedal?
I had a force feedback Logitech Momo, I think, wheel or whatever, I think at the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I had a Sidewinder.
I've heard of Sidewinders. I heard people make jokes about them because I guess they were older or whatever. What y'all used back in the day.
It was good back in the day. I mean,
Right. Well, yeah. Like everything. So no netcode back in the day, huh?
No.
Racing like that.
No, if you hit somebody, you legitimately hit somebody. So.
Maybe the internet just couldn't even process if there was netcode, right? Because I mean, you dial up.
I think they had better tolerances with it too. Like I think a problem with iRacing is their damage models now. Their hitboxes are so
It's
large
broken.
they can't figure it out. It's weird and broken.
The
I can't-
wiring.
Yeah,
Yeah, the wiring, Mark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the wiring.
Mhm.
Super late models right now, you can legit touch, and if you was to pull down the rear chase, you can see between the cars still.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like they still touch, and it don't matter if you're doing that It ain't bad if you do it at 5 miles per hour, but when you're doing it at 120 down the backstretch 5 flag when you can barely see, it's pretty bad. And it destroys a bunch of shit. Stupid.
Mark,
To-
what's
to
your
answer the que-
go
sorry.
ahead. Oh, go ahead.
No, I noticed Jason Bauer popped up on the chat there, and he was asking which East Coast I was from. I was originally from Nova Scotia, where he's from. That's where he lives now, and I'm originally from there. And now I live in Victoria, British Columbia, in the West Coast.
He said sorry.
All
Sorry.
these,
Yeah,
all
sorry.
these trailer park boys, man.
I'll go
yeah.
out in a boat.
Exactly.
Mark, what's your favorite track and least favorite track?
Um,
Let me guess them. Martinsville's going to be your favorite. It
no,
would be
not really.
Martinsville, New Hampshire, and your least favorite's going to be like mine and Dave's Super Speedway.
So I hate super speedways. Everybody knows that. I've let that
Right.
be known my whole life because I don't think that's racing. I think
It's
that's
not.
riding and waiting on missing a caution. So it's just luck, basically, right? So, I don't know. My favorite track used to be USA because I ran so many laps there, and I still
I
like
forgot
that
about-
track.
Forgot about USA.
Yeah, and pretty much like you said, any flat track like Lucas Oil, Milwaukee Mile, any of those tracks like that are flat for some reason, I run well there. I don't know why. They just fit my driving style, I guess. And least favorite would be any super speedway or just tracks that are just, I don't know, what we were talking about earlier, like Oxford or something. It's just like so boring. You just turn and turn and turn and turn. You never get a rest. So I don't like those tracks like that. But that'd be
Corey,
it.
since we ain't got a whole lot of stuff to really cover tonight, let's go through in regards to like NASCAR, Xfinity car, just NASCAR style stuff. What's your favorite road course that you race at, and your least favorite road course? Regarding what we run NASCAR style.
Who you talking to?
Corey first.
Oh, favorite? I'm not good at Watkins Glen, but I like Watkins Glen because I guess that's our home track. I would say the Roval I'm pretty good at sometimes. My least favorite's Sonoma by far.
Really?
He's
Yeah,
great. Turn one in the row.
yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes those turtles pop up, and
I saw the highlights.
stuff happens. You can't grip when you're in the air.
So Sonoma's your least favorite NASCAR style road course, huh?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is.
I'm surprised.
I'm just never did good there, and I go off the track a lot there.
Right. Oh, yeah, me too. What about you, Dave? What's your favorite NASCAR road course? Least favorite?
I have to agree with Corey. Watkins Glen probably my favorite, just because I've done a lot of laps there. Historic track. It's been around a long time, and I've used it. You raced that track lots. I do like Sonoma. Not great there. The elevation changes mess me up sometimes, but I do not like the Roval. I've never been a fan of it. It's cool, whatever, but I'm just not a fan of the Roval. Just go back to racing around the oval.
Your first race ever?
Soon.
I think so. Your first race ever in CLR? You remember what it was?
Yeah, I think it was Sonoma, and I won it.
Yeah.
Right?
It was the damn super late. What the hell were we doing?
Super late in Sonoma, and I won it, I think. So it was good. Yeah.
All right, so my favorite road course would have to be Watkins Glen as well. It'd be between Watkins Glen or the Roval, and my least favorite's Coda. I hate Coda. On the sim, now watching them kill each other in real life, I mean, pretty cool. But on the sim, I don't like Coda.
Coda's a great track to watch as a fan, like to watch the actual NASCAR race. I really enjoy that track to watch. Yeah,
you too.
I'd like to be good at it. I'm just not very good at it.
Right.
How about you, Mark?
My favorite's probably the Roval. Watkins Glen's probably a close second, but least favorite's probably Canadian Tire because of all the off.
Oh, I love that track.
I don't even know that track. I know the truck run there.
Forgot about that track. I didn't think about it, but I love that track. It was fun.
Yeah, I raced that a couple times. I had a good time at that one.
A lot of people in the grass at that track.
I'll tell you what, I raced Thursday, Bristol, the next gens. Woo! Man, I was tired. I finished 7th. I led for a little bit. I was eating up my tires pretty good, but man, Bristol.
No.
High line or low line? Where was the fast line at?
The fast line's the high line. I usually run the middle, and it was definitely pushing tight in the middle, so you had to run either low or high. But yeah, it was an intense race. We didn't have too many cautions, maybe like 6 or 7, but Yeah, it was. I was on edge the whole time, so it was fun. It was fun racing that on Thursday night.
I didn't know you ran next gens. So what's your thoughts on the next gens? You like them or dislike them?
I do
As
like
far as
them.
on sim.
He likes to run them in that league where he can beat up on everybody.
No, that's the one I ran, and I finished 7th. That was the Xfinities. I beat up on everybody. I went 5 for 5 for my starts.
Wow.
Concrete Corey.
Yeah, Concrete Corey. But yeah, I have to watch videos before I race them just to see where to run them and all that. I watched the Makoni setup ones, and we raced. Where the fuck was it last week? Oh, Homestead. I didn't know you weren't supposed to go out of 4th gear. I was in 5th gear the whole time. I'm like, why am I so fucking slow?
I hate them. I hate the next gens, man. I can live with them at 1.5 or a track like Homestead, but we just raced Martinsville last night and we were shifting the entire time.
Oh, you have to shift on almost every track with those things.
Right. It's so stupid, man. So like last night, if you missed a corner, no big deal. Just shift down in the 3rd, let her eat, right? And just no problem at all. Just stupid to me. It don't feel like racing now. Like a track like Martinsville, you think I would love being there, but like half of the races now, I was bored from just running next and running because it was just terrible.
I never liked it when they went to a 5th gear and the sequential shifting. That's just not racing.
I think they're going to try to fix that. This is one of the things their plans for I was listening to Dale Jr. download, and one of the short track fixes I think was to change the gearing or whatever, so they didn't have to shift or couldn't shift or something, so they'd have just a final drive or something.
Yeah, when I raced Bristol, I was in 5th gear the whole time, and I was in the rev limiter at the end of the straightaways.
Right.
So that felt normal.
Right. Yeah. If you don't have to shift, it isn't bad, right? It's just the fact that they are downshifting at these short tracks. You should never be shifting at Martinsville, right? Although we could do it, Mark. I mean, we can say it now. There was a lot of people that was doing it. Or it sounded like they were. They sounded like they were shifting at.
Did we have to do that in
Martinsville and
cars?
There's a lot of downfalls to the shifting though. Like in my next gen league on Fridays, like there's guys that are fast to be shifting, but you get in over a 25 lap run, those guys are falling to the back once because they're eating their tires up. And the next gen for me, I hated it when it first came out. Now running 2 seasons, I think it's my 2nd season of running the next gen on Fridays. It's good and competitive. It's learning tire management was the biggest thing for me because there's guys.
It feels dead to me. Like it just feels dead.
It's better now, and since the last update, the car doesn't do that crazy twitch thing where it like goes left and instantly right. It doesn't do that anymore.
That's what happened to me last night. That's how I wrecked out.
Yeah, it's a lot more stable than it was before, with the fixed sets anyway, or at least feels better. Yeah, there's still lots to do to it. I think there's lots to do to the real car to fix it, and then hopefully they fix it in the game too. So I don't know. I shouldn't say game.
The real car is trash.
The real car at 1.5 miles, it's knocked it out of the park week in and week out.
There's good things and bad things about it, I think, but there's definitely a lot of work that needs to go to. Their short track program's terrible, and you need to fix that. I mean, that's where the roots are, and that's where the biggest amount of fans are is for that. So they need to fix that.
Well, it seems like they get their most fans right now from short tracks and road courses, and that's their 2 worst racings. Yeah. That's their 2 worst races right now. It's short track and road course.
They need to fix that.
That's always been the most fans go to short track racing. I mean, they need to bring that back. Stop.
I think they are. I think they are slowly but surely. They're starting to realize that hey, we fucked up for a little bit.
Yeah, bring back Milwaukee Mile and tracks like that. And
I don't think it was that so much they fucked up, Tanner. I think it was just they didn't know what they had. Like they went to a design that they knew would be more cost efficient for all the teams to help save money, and it just didn't.
No. I'm talking about leaving the short tracks.
Oh yeah.
When they left like North Wilkesboro, it's like now they're starting to realize. Well, they were chasing that money, right? They could pack in 150,000 people at Texas at one time, right? I mean, it made sense.
Yeah, I was listening to Denny's podcast. I think he said that they're trying to save money, but it still costs like $400,000 for the car by the time you get all
driving fucking Lambos. There's Lambos out there, basically.
Didn't they say this car was supposed to be a lot tougher and everything too? And like
that's been a problem. That's why people are getting hurt. It's too tough. Like it's too tough.
Well, I don't know about that. I've not seen as many rear wheels fold up under the car, I guess, with the toe links or whatever that's in those cars. And it just, any hit and that rear wheel just like.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's part of the design now, too, to make everything fall apart more to protect the driver.
That's what they need.
But yeah, the toe link, I think, Mark, I agree with you. I think they still should have kept a solid rear axle in those cars. They could have got away with it even with the sequential shifter because the V8 supercars still run solid rear axle. They don't run independent rear suspension, so they could have went with that design and used a wing instead of the diffusers, which was what makes the. I've listened. I don't know if you guys listened to the Dale Jr. when Shane Van Ginsberg was on there, but I asked him how similar the cars were because everybody thinks that they're built the same, and he said they're not exactly. They're not the same at all.
Right.
Like the downforce for the V8 supercars come from the wings, downforce for the next gen come from underneath. So that's the reason why they get so tight and pushy and weird when you're behind somebody. Like everything.
Yeah, that sucks about the next gens.
Right. So for the short track package for next gen, I think they need to get rid of the diffusers, get rid of all the stuff, and then go to a wing package for the rear end, but make the underneath not smooth because that would create.
I wonder what would happen. Say they go to Bristol and they just rip the diffuser off. I wonder what would happen, how the car would handle it.
Like a real race car would, like with the old cars would.
I heard they tested that though. I heard they tested it without the diffuser this year.
They did. They tested it at Martinsville. I think they did their test, and they apparently it made it a little better. They still have some work to do, but apparently it was a little better.
Yeah. I thought they said they took the diffuser off and took the valance off the front. The splitter.
I heard that. I heard that they tried it with the diffuser off, but I'm just wondering on a track like Bristol or something like that, right? Or Dover even. Pretty quick corners.
Dover would be scary with no downforce.
Right.
Hey, drive it.
Yeah.
Speaking of like all this downforce, so the Winter Series, the Gen 4 car, that's what ended up being voted on. Gen 4 car. You want to talk about no downforce? I've drove that car one time. It was Charlotte, and we had more wrecks at the start-finish line than we did like in the corners. And I'm not talking about people running over each other. No, like they were still lighting the tires up, and they would loop it at the start-finish line.
That's not to do with the downforce. That's to do with throttle control. Like
that's what I'm saying, but just so much power.
So much power. Those cars are a ton of fun to drive if you can learn how to manage the throttle.
I can only imagine how fun it's going to be with those that like at a track like Dover or Bristol or hell, even Darlington, right? Even a track like Darlington.
Until there's somebody right behind you and you lose all your rear grip because as soon as somebody gets in behind you, you've got no downforce on the rear. So you really basically got to pedal it.
You haven't tried them yet, have you, Mark? You ain't tried Gen 4 yet, have you?
Nope.
I've never driven them either.
You haven't tried it either?
Oh, they're a blast.
Man, oh man,
I think Mark would be good on them. Mark's a good throttle control guy, and I think you would enjoy them. So they do slide around, they turn very well, and it's all throttle control.
It's you turn. So at Charlotte, you would try to set the car by turning off in the corner, but then you better bring that wheel straight, because if not, you're going around. Because as soon as it unloaded and the power grabbed, it was looping you. So you're counter steering more than you're actually steering into the corner. Very, very, very cool.
That you can fix that with what Jason just said. Lift your foot a little bit.
Right, exactly.
Yes, but
they also have the offset rear end sort of thing, like they are
right
set up, but they're really skewed, like they're dog walking basically the whole. No matter what track you're on, you can basically read the front guy's door panel as you're driving down the straightaway because they're turned so much. So
it's gonna sound funny because it actually this is what it is, but it's like the ARCA car on steroids. That's just what it feels like. It feels like the ARCA car guys Tony's back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said it sounds funny saying it, but that's just imagine the ARCA car times 3, basically.
Yeah, with a couple hundred more horsepower.
Right, and it feels like a couple thousand more. At Charlotte, it did. Now we tested them in Martinsville, and I wasn't that impressed. I didn't feel the power difference or nothing like that really. But we didn't have a race in it. Just kind of went out there and fucked off and did a few laps, really.
All right, you ready to hit the top 10?
Let's get to it.
Let's do the top 10. Here's your TSP top 10 of the week. Oh, hang on, let me get rid of that.
Fucking hell.
Jeez.
7 episodes in, and we're going downhill, boys and girls. We're not going up.
That's because Mark and I made it. We're
going down. Let's try it again.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. You guys worked up the kinks.
That'll never happen.
Good for viewership. Everybody's just going to wait for Mark to show up.
Yep.
Fucking racing etiquette, my ass.
Fucking Sam.
All right. So we got a lot from Martinsville on this one. A lot of league was at Martinsville. Here we go. Number 10.
10.
What the hell?
And as the old adage goes, cautions will breed cautions. Let's go back and see what happened.
Look at that though. Just keep running into people. They just keep piling in. I was one of them. I piled in 91 there, but just keeps fucking.
That's the big problem with Martinsville. Everybody tries to pass into the corner.
In the words of Corey Sherman, it's that accordion effect.
Yeah, I trademarked that.
So it's kind of hard to tell right here.
Corey, why aren't you signed up to the Winter League?
So I need a break, Mark.
Oh, you just have 2 weeks off.
Looks like
First, sign up anyways, and just come race whenever you can.
I might do that.
trying to get a good angle over here. Let's see.
I'll give you a discount, $15 to join.
That Murphy
And you can race.
just a little
I thought
too
that was the
hot
full
there.
price. Doesn't sound like a
Discounted for you,
discount.
It didn't sound like a very good discount, did it?
No.
I need to work on my sales pitch a little bit
Yeah,
better.
that was an awful sales pitch.
What are you eating, Mark?
Besides boogers.
Speaking of sales pitch, we'll be right back with this commercial break.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty
What do you
to
eat,
work
Mark?
for you. With over
Hamburger.
30 professionals in sales or rental
Look,
management,
you're eating your damn
Southern Shores
thumb.
Realty and I will get the job done
She
right.
didn't give me a napkin.
I'm
She
Rick
normally
Thompson,
does.
your
Well,
Outer
yeah,
Banks
she
real
thought you
estate
was like a
expert.
dog. Just slurp it off
Call
yourself.
261-2000.
Ain't that something? He's gonna complain. She didn't give me a napkin. She usually does, but she just brought my whole plate to me.
Got it all over his
Oh,
face.
Man.
Yeah.
Put it on my chin over here.
252-261-2000. Call Rick Thompson anytime you want. He'll answer the phone.
If you like hurricanes or if you hate hurricanes,
Yeah.
call him. And he normally answers best about 2:30.
Leave him a
a.m.
voicemail.
That's what we found.
Do you think he's going to make the Final Four, or is he not going to make the Final Four? Leave him a voicemail. He checks all his voicemails, and he'll probably even call you back. Talk a little shit to you.
252-26000. Call Chris Berg. I mean, Rick Thompson.
All right, here's number 9.
9. Uh-oh.
Lamphere, maybe
Oh, you're
Dalton
safe.
Coach and Coleman
You're
run
safe,
off this
Dave.
one. Let's go back and take a look.
I don't think I had any incidents in that race.
Fuck.
Super late, you were good.
Send him.
Wonder if we can get on an onboard
Try to put him
here
in the
with
pit.
Creech. Yeah, just he
What?
tried, there's nothing he could've done
See
right
ya.
there. Nothing he could have done.
Didn't even hurt his car.
That's what's crazy, though. Look, it really doesn't look like he hurt his car at all.
See if we can't get another look at it. So coming off the corner, you see that black and blue 26 gets loose, puts it up into the outside wall.
Didn't hurt at all.
Coleman,
Look.
it says he got a piece
Didn't
of
even
it,
bend
but I
the
think he
fender.
just barely
He took it right in the pooter right then, too, didn't he?
14
Holy
Coleman
shit.
getting really lucky with that one.
Mark
Well,
Arthur style.
iRacing getting this stuff ironed out.
Hey, it's that wire framing you worked on. You made
Hey.
it too tough.
Hey, they figured it out.
Number 8.
Mark, I don't know what happened. I just figured it out, man.
Involved with this one.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, here we go.
Well, to John's defense there, it looked like Alberico is wrecking for a full lapper.
I think every wreck you show in BPL, I'm going to be there. See? Couldn't get away from him. I got hit by, I think, Perkins here. Like,
Mark Arthur,
Yeah, you did. I remember
he
that.
got a piece of that, but barely made it through.
Chris, get out of my way. He's burning out next to him.
Chris was in throttle still, so they're just letting him eat.
still letting it eat.
Yeah. All right, number 7.
No lift, Chris.
No lift, Chris.
Let me try to straighten you out, buddy.
Of the evening, Guy Barrett stopped here.
Oh, I thought that was Dave for a second.
Turns 1 and 2. We're gonna have to
I
go
saw
back
the
and see
baby
what
blue.
happened.
Screw that fender. You don't need that.
No, straighten the back
All
out.
right.
Ooh, Dave Coburn and
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right there. That's the
Oh,
power
hell yeah.
car.
Kickflip down the back.
Driving.
Kickflip down the back.
Driving it. See his
Kinda
wheels
looks
turn
like,
Yep.
Kinda looks like Guy
Wait, watch.
might have came down,
on his lid. Watch him
but
try to drive it.
I don't know.
If, by the time you get on the lid, I think it's
Hammer it
time for
down.
you to take the wheel. He is driving it.
Naturally.
Roll over. All right, number 6.
I like turtles.
For Rutherford. Oh, Rutherford breaks. Payne gets into the back of him.
Uh-oh. Look. Oh, yeah.
Wellman hard on the
Jeez.
brakes trying to avoid it. He gets wicked loose here.
Wellman turned sideways
Take
on the
another
straight
look.
trying to avoid that.
This is one of the ones
They make
Tanner's like,
contact.
go ahead. I'm like, it's behind me, Tanner.
No, one time you said, I am in it. That's all you said. You said, I am in it. Meaning you were in the wreck. As I was telling
Chris Ledoux
screaming you.
got a piece of that as well.
Looks
Derek
like you missed
Paulson
that one.
Got a couple.
Yeah, I think I did that one.
I don't know,
Welded
bro.
out
I,
nowhere.
Already has.
That one,
quit.
it was like, holy shit.
I quit spotting at one point. 'Cause I'm like, dude, obviously I'm bringing you no good luck here, so I'm gonna quit spotting and see what happens next.
Did
And
he
that's
come
probably
back?
the one.
That was wrecked.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, no, I left. You were third. I come back and you're like fucking 14th. I'm like, what the hell happened? Dude, I was gone for 3 minutes.
Figured it out.
Here's your top 5.
5.
5.
And I don't know what all them black boogers were flying through the air right there. Right there.
Black boogers.
There's all kind of boogers flying.
It,
Might be marbles, maybe.
I don't know. I, thought
I
boogers
don't
sounded
know.
cooler. Let's see what happened here. We know there's enemy
Oh, yeah. Free ride's going to work.
Ping pong him
Wow.
up.
Good move.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh.
it was going to be
Man,
good
that was
there for a second.
Violent wreck, bro.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he's just gonna be able, I think he might have to tow back to the pit after that one.
Man, that was just violent.
Who's commentating with you, Tanner?
But look at him.
Well,
man.
So
Oh.
you can't hear it really.
It always
He
sounds like
full
he's
throttle,
sleeping.
And then he finally went full throttle and just had the huge run on him.
Like he just woke
Dennis
up.
gets in here. He's entering so shallow, just does not have the angle into the corner at all. They beat right there. Tom's going up to hit. Murphy coming back
Who's
down.
Jimmy?
Right rearing him
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Zach Murphy gets through there unscathed.
And this moment here,
Wow.
In
Hey,
the
hey, buddy.
Caleb Thompson did it. I didn't realize that was.
I remember
him.
calling this thinking that was going to be on Tom. I was waiting for Tom to take the EOL, but then we went back and watched. I was like, oh shit, no,
Bear with me.
Zimmy killed him.
I was asking who the in-car was.
Yeah.
Right on board with Caleb here. See what he saw.
I was watching this race too.
Look at the way the metal A-pillar works there. He can't even really see what's happening down there. He
Because
can't
Jimmy
a little
Chase,
bit.
and I went 3 wide there.
But
He
when
should have
he
been more
does see it,
patient.
Look at that tire.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
And tire seen better days.
Yeah, it is.
Not no Jason day though.
Might turn better. Get more eat right there. Like an ABS.
Warming him up. All right, number
Yeah.
4.
I wonder if the force feedback would recognize that tire shaking like that.
Thompson loose. Oh, they're going around. Gravel going around there right in front of the pack.
Lap 10, by the way, they're racing like it's fucking Daytona 500 time.
I know they're going through the grass and shit.
Fucking idiots, dude.
You got me all flustered again, Kyle. I had to go back and look for something you made a mistake on. Zach
Larry
Murphy
Bell.
gets involved. Coming
If he get involved, he get through it.
Let's go back and see what happened there. We kind of saw it right happening.
SDK was
live,
fucking up this point
especially
too.
Between Scotty Stevens. Excuse me, that was really loud. I apologize for that if y'all picked up on that.
It wasn't loud.
Let me fix this real quick.
Wasn't loud. You were watching it live.
Yeah.
It came through my actual loudspeakers.
You said
Yes,
We
he-
saw that transpire
You said, "Let's
almost
fix it,"
in
and it
real
was
time.
exactly
We're
the same.
person here.
Hang on.
Great.
Wait 5 minutes. I'm going to fix this real
There we
quick.
go.
No, this is SDK
Turn
having
one
reload.
where
SDK
Scotty
closed
gave a
out.
bump to
You need to figure out how to turn it
Stanley
down your
there
head.
going into the turn. That pushed him up the track.
Car sounds up.
Just bottlenecked up after that.
Yep.
Where's Larry? Holy, Larry Bell got
And
through it.
Look at him, though, look.
Freaking everywhere
You had
afterwards.
multiple wrecks going on in that one wreck right there. Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Jesus.
Great
It makes me
job out
mad
there
even
on
watching it,
live,
dude.
though.
It pisses me off just watching them barrel through there like that. And then they'll get on Discord and be like, I check up for every wreck, man. I just get ran over when I check up.
All right, here's your podium. Number 3.
3.
Back of the pack here. Let's go back and see what happened.
Oh yeah,
Uh-oh.
that's good. That'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
Points leader.
I wouldn't hold the brakes either. I'd ski dip right across the track. Make sure I get in front of everybody's way.
Now, the
Brakes must not
64
work
was
in that
having
car.
some electrical issues.
Who's the 98?
Is that who is that? Day? Is that Mitchell Muma?
Yeah,
I think it's
Muma.
either Muma or Stanley.
No, it's Muma.
Muma.
Who was
Stanley,
it
I think
originally? I think it was with
76
Guy
or
Barrett and Brent
26
Murphy.
or
Let's see
something.
what happened here.
That's net code. Yeah,
That's
net.
actually
We look
a
like he
tough
jerked
one.
the wheel funny.
There
That's
is
net
a bit
code.
of the cursed word going on there, but
Yeah, there you go. Sam's talking about this.
It comes up the racetrack into the
I think they were going to hit probably. Maybe. I don't know actually
It
though.
looks like he got loose. Like it looks like
See
he
if I
got
can
loose,
get
and then he
some
tried to
of that. You see
overcorrect
him
right
wiggle
here, and
there,
then he
and he just-
wiggled it back and forth.
Just comes up into the zero.
See what it is?
two.
The wires on the car there.
Yeah, but
Who claimed that one?
All right, here we go. Number 2.
2.
Is that good, Mark?
Backstretch.
Yeah.
Ryan D's involved. Samuel Lawson. Derek
Oh,
Paulson,
easy, Paulson. Easy, easy,
involved.
easy. Look, Carroll comes through there.
Let's
Potato.
go back and see what happened with
Potato,
this one.
potato.
So, taking a look at John Perkins. Looks like okay, so yeah, I mean,
That was at the
probably
beginning of the race.
it looked like
So it was at the beginning of the race because I only did 40 laps and I was still in there.
Chris Carroll, because there's a big stack up there. Payton saves it. And then it's just a chain reaction there. I mean,
I remember that happening. Somebody checked out really hard, whoever was running second there, and just stacked us all up.
see what happened to
There's that
Lawson.
accordion effect there.
Yeah.
They couldn't get slowed down in
Tries to
time.
avoid it. It looks
Who's
like,
in
but
the
I think
33?
Paulson was there. I think
Perkins.
it's just-
John
there's not
Perkins.
really a case
Oh,
of,
it's that other highlighted
I'd
too.
say
Like
that's a
the
case
guy
of
wrecked and he
not
just
giving
full
each other
throttled
a
it
whole
and pushed the
lot of
guy.
room here. So there's a big stack up.
They got a little.
Perkins tries
Looks like
to
Sam
stack it
Lawson
up,
gave him a little help.
or not-
Yeah,
not
a
get
little
to
help
the back
there.
of the 99, gets into him. Then it's just calamity.
Lawson
from
probably
there
blamed
on out.
Perkins for that too. Perkins, why are you slowing down the corner for?
We're racing. Why you go so slow?
Whoa, coming through. Oh, nope, not no more.
Man, almost
Who
missed
was
it.
the man until that
Al-
smoke cleared? And he
almost
was
missed
not the
it.
man. He was the fucking man there for a long time. Thought he was clear. All right, what's number 1?
Number 1. ESP top 10 of the week.
1.
1.
Our driver, the number 4, as
Fuck
we
you,
got
Corey.
caught when we were talking
No, he's
Aaron
talking
at
to
the
you.
Infield Care Center. So let's go back and take a look at what happened.
Wow. Oh, no, wait. Oh, okay, no.
Oh man, big wreck.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Corey. I take back my fuck you to you, by the way.
Yeah, you were getting interviewed.
I resent the fuck you.
Man.
Any of you
Chris
Friends
Carroll
fans?
involved. Oh,
Any of you
Chris
watch
Legoo got a
Friends?
piece of it.
Used to years ago.
Chandler died.
And I'm just
Really?
hearing now from race
Yeah.
control. It is
Drowned.
on the 44. Drifts
Accidental
up the track
drowning.
just a little bit.
What
into
the
number
fuck?
5, and that's
Yeah.
what ultimately
terrible.
caused that one.
Oh,
I don't know who that
no
is,
live
but-
Chris
Into
coming in.
turns 1 and 2.
Matthew Perry.
What's his name? Let me look him up, because
Matthew
Matthew
Perry.
Matthew
You'll
Perry.
You'll know him when you see him. It's funny. I was watching the Xfinity race today, and I think it was Sam Mayer. Yeah, Sam Mayer did the same thing that a lot of us do under caution. You're not paying attention. It just ran into somebody when they were checking up under caution. I was like, ha, that's funny. I'm like, arc breaking motherfucker.
Damn, dude. I do know him. That's crazy.
Yeah. He was only 54.
Drowning would be the worst way to go, too, man. I mean, it's all going to suck, right? But
I've
drowning,
heard that's the worst way to die. Even worse than burning.
like, did they tell you something?
Show got dark.
I've just heard that. I would guess people that have almost drowned.
Yeah, I'm busting balls, but yeah, I'd hate to drown.
Who wouldn't? I don't think you like it.
But if I could pick my ways to die, take me out in a car wreck or something, you know? Don't take me out drowning because you're going to sit there and suffer.
Give you
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like a nuclear explosion or something.
Yeah, go on a blaze of
don't
glory.
wish for that because we're on the we're on the path to that.
Yeah.
We don't even need to wish that in.
Disintegrate me right there. It's gone. Take care of it all.
Now it really has went really
Cremate
fucking dark.
Yeah, it has.
everything right there in one blast.
All right, Mark. I just picked up what you said. Spread my ashes for me and everything already.
Yeah. Go scoop up a little bit in the area.
One
and you
stop
got my-
shop.
Yeah.
You got anything else, Tanner? Want to talk about?
I'm good if you're good. Not a super long.
Oh yeah,
show
yeah,
tonight.
yeah. Wait,
Actually, we're
we
still here
do.
for an hour.
No, we do have
You know,
something.
I know
Bam.
y'all was talking about the real racing earlier. I wish they'd get rid of one thing: is the timer, the repair timer
the
crap.
repair timer.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they would go.
Oh.
Back. I wish they would
could-
go back old school where you could even change the engine in the car.
Yeah.
If you
Right.
could get it done before the end of the race, you could. I've seen them change the engine in 13 minutes.
So I've never understood that either with the damage
Darrell
clock. Like,
Waltrip did one years ago they did it in like 12 or 14 minutes or something.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
you think they would want as many cars out there, right? Like you're basically Now, if one's out there with shit falling all off of it and everything like that, just black flag their ass, dude. Just
All right,
send
so
it.
They need to get rid of winning your end too. But
Man, I hate racing in that type of format, but watching as a fan, I like it. I like it.
I hate the win year. I think it should be bonus points for the next round or the whatever, like to win. But I still think it
Right.
should be based in the next rounds based on points. And I also think the final four should go down to like 3 races. So the best, whoever has the most points in 3 races, wins the championship.
You definitely get
not just one race. Like
Right.
One race is stupid. It's dumb. It's like it's not. We don't have a Super Bowl of NASCAR. They have that Daytona 500. That's their Super Bowl. That's it. But like it still should be the best driver all season long. In my
Because
opinion.
Phoenix comes down to, well, who's the best at Phoenix. They don't come down to who the best driver is.
Yeah.
Stop making exceptions for people.
Right.
If you have bad luck and you hurt yourself, too bad. Quit snowboarding.
My Friday Next Gen League is actually switching to that next season. We're getting rid of the win if you're in. The point system will be the same. You'll get a bonus point you'll get 5 bonus points if you win a race, and that'll carry on through the playoffs. But you're not guaranteed to make the playoffs if you win a race. You still have to point your way in.
See, I don't like the playoff format. How somebody like Martin Truex had terrible first 2 rounds, but he's just skating through, right? Just skating through because he had so many.
Well, that's the advantage of being so good all season long.
That is.
That's the way it should work. Like you should have a couple. If you're that good for 26 races of the year, why should you be eliminated in the first round of the playoffs? Like it just.
Well, because there's a team like a football team, right? They go 18-0 and
but
lose.
It's different format. Like you're not paid. Like if that was the case, then you would. Yeah, I guess you're right. If it is a playoff version. You're right.
Bitch.
No, you're right. You're right. It is. They set it up like professional sports. And they do it like
yeah. But it's not stick and ball. It still ain't a stick and ball.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Tanner, why don't you tell us a little bit about this little derby you got going on?
So it's not even me. We just actually fortunate enough to broadcast it, right? EPI has come on to put on a snowball derby. Of course, for legal reasons, with 5 flags, they could not call it snowball derby, so they had to call it the late model derby. But it's a virtual snowball derby. A lot of like big real life names in there. I'm pretty sure I just saw Nassie joined. Like Stephen Nassie, a local or not a local, regional short track driver, pretty big name. So
tell them it's 2023. You should have called it the Snowflake Derby.
Oh,
well, I think there is going to be a snowflake. It's Snowflake 100, I believe. But so you see right there, 1,100 to win. Dave can tell you more about the sign-up process because I know he's actually a registered driver for it. I believe it was it's like $40-something sign up, and it's $60 for you because you're
$60 Canadian because we suck. But yeah, no, it was actually a really simple process. You go online, you go to the EPI. I think it was EPI had their setup for a link for it. You click on, you sign up. They'll send you an email to confirm, and they finish your pick your numbers and your name and all that kind of stuff, and it's fairly simple. But I think I don't know how many drivers they have now, but it was 100 total, their maximum they were taking.
Wow.
We're up to like 70 something right now.
Yeah, I think they're at 70 plus, but it's 100 max, and then they'll have I think how many get locked in from the qualifying, Tanner? I can't remember what the format was.
I can't remember. I don't know. I know. This is what I wanted to ask you. I was hoping you knew, like, read the format of the rules. I know there's going to be, like, December 5th is qualifying night. December 7th is, like, I'm calling it prelim night for the broadcast, but I don't know what's that. What's December 7th, do you know?
I think the 7th is the heat races, or the short rate, the heat race to set up the field, or you make it, and then the 10th is a Saturday is the late model derby.
It's December 10th. It's a Sunday, so it's like I think it's Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So for once you're not familiar, snowball derby, 300 laps, 5 flags. It's going to be a grueling night. It's going to be a huge event though for TSP. I was really glad that Tyler hit me up and brought us on. So hopefully, in a perfect world, Sam's going to call the actual main race, and I might take over and do Wednesday and Friday nights, just the prelim nights. So fingers crossed on that. But yeah, get signed up. Go to raceepi.com and
it's open setups too.
It is open setups. It is. It's gonna be tough. Like I was talking to Larry Bell, and Larry's like, I'm not gonna sign up because I don't think I'll make the field. And I was like, you never know.
Either, but,
I think he will. I think you. I didn't tell you had to. I put it out there. I said, y'all.
Oh,
I wish
I
I.
want to see all you guys signed up right now.
Yeah.
The link's in the
45.
chat.
Yeah, the links in the chat. Thank you for that, Arthur.
Yeah,
You
Mark
are
put
good
the
for
link
some.
in.
So yeah, 40. I think it's actually $42 to sign up, but they're paying throughout the field. It ain't like it's not just paying the winner $1,100 or whatever. Like there's all kind of sponsorship laps and everything. So I mean, there's a lot of ways to grab money. I'm going to put up $25 for the best Christmas paint scheme. We'll go through and vote on that. So a lot of different ways to win some money, or at least win your money back, I guess, for signing up and just having a good time going out there racing some of the best, the who's who in the short track world on iRacing.
Yeah. That sounds like a blast. Look for that coming.
You'll make the field though, Day. I think you and Gray will both make the field.
It's tough. You just don't know if you're going to heat race your way in. Somebody's going to. Chances of getting wrecked is pretty high too.
So that's my question. I thought qualifying locked in some folks where they did not have to heat race.
So I'd have to look over the rules again. I skimmed through it kind of.
I'm trying to get a provisional where if Sam calls the race, I'll automatically make it in. I think Tyler's actually going to give it to me. Trying to sweet talk him into saying just like guarantee me a spot if I'm not broadcasting. And I'll start dead last, like I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's gonna be good. Thank you for that, Corey, Mr. Sherman.
Yeah, no problem. Could be a big event on here, and can't wait to watch it. I think that's everything for us tonight. Thank you, Mark, for finally finding us and showing up. Thanks, Jason, showing up, hanging out with us for the night.
Well, I know where you're located now.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Yeah, so he's done.
Now we can't get rid of him.
Mark's one and done.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well,
we will see you guys next.
Top two make it through qualifying.
Oh, top two.
Top two. What's it say about the heat races or anything? Like, did it say how many people make the feature just before we close up shop?
It says the front row will be locked into the feature. Drivers in positions 3 through 82 will move on to 4 20-car heat races. Drivers in positions 83 to 100 will be sent home. There will be no last chance qualifier. There will be 4 provisionals given to one most popular driver. Doesn't really say how many. Well, I guess 82, I guess, into the heats.
Damn.
Wow. Hope they're not all on one field.
So top 6 in each heat.
Top 6. You said there's 4 heats. So that's 24. Looking about 32 drivers by the time the physicals and everything's out. A lot of egos gonna be out there too, man.
Oh,
yeah, you already know. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I know.
There's gonna be all kinds of egos out there. All different setup shops trying to wave their nuts around.
Oh yeah,
it's one of the reasons why I didn't want to sign up.
With
But
their sponsor and logos on the car in an EPI sponsored event. Yeah.
Well, Tyler did say with the all the logos, like there's a contingency pack you got to run. But Tyler's like, I'm not gonna put EPI in that pack. I'm not gonna force another shop to have to run EPI on their car, right?
That's good ethics. Yeah.
I like that. That's pretty good. I like Tyler a lot, man. Tyler's good dude. I'm hoping we'll talk about it openly. I don't care. I've talked to Tyler about bringing him on to maybe sponsor setups for Sundays and BPL for next season. It's just hard to get the NASCAR stuff because it's EPI, but it's Michael Conti and group and them that build it, right? So EPI kind of leases them from Conti, so it's not really.
So like I said, I wouldn't want, what they sell. I wouldn't ask for that. So same thing as what he's doing, not asking someone to run someone else's, setup shop. I wouldn't ask him to give what he's going to sell. I would want something that's like,
built for race.
If they get the version 10, give me version 5, right? Just as something that's better than the fix.
So he's not giving away free setups and shit, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want someone to be able to come and pay, whatever, $55 to race here and have all their setups. I would never do that to somebody. Right. But if they could give me like version 5 of their 10 version setup that feels a little better than the fixed setup, then people might race it and go, damn, this feels pretty good. What would their final version feel like? I'm gonna go buy it. So it might get them money too. But I would never want their actual setup.
Yeah.
Famous plug. Winter Series BPO drivers need to get signed up. $15. Gen 4, 10 races in the off season. It's going to start in about. Do it.
You guys still start at the same time in the afternoon? Like
The time hadn't been ironed out really yet, but I would imagine. But I can't tell you for certain. I would think so though. I know that sucks because you probably won't be able to make it, but you still need.
The winter time, I might be able to make it on Sundays, but like I definitely can't for the.
How old is your youngest kid, Day?
My youngest?
Yeah.
He'll be 18 in January.
Oh, I thought you had that's your youngest? Damn, old man.
Put him in. Go upstairs. Daddy's racing.
Yeah, it's just baseball's a big commitment. So the spring and summertime we're just away all the time. He's we're practicing 4 or 5 days a week, training, and then we're away on the weekends for most.
Getting ready to go to college, right?
Yep, exactly.
So you won't have to do that, right?
Is he? You think he's gonna be able to play baseball in college?
Oh,
you need a sponsorship.
Yeah, he'll go. He'll play at college. I think he's gonna play. He's gonna stay back one more year next year and play one more year here, and then go for the college next year just to give him a year advantage. He can play as a 1 year overager for a year and just and then go to college the next year. I think that's the plan, just to give him a better chance, a little more training, grow a little bit more, that kind of stuff. So.
Right on.
Plus, it's baseball in Canada, man. You probably better walk on.
Fucking Mark, bro, just made a whole fucking country mad at him.
Yeah.
America's sport, man.
Hockey's a sport up in Canada.
Yeah. How do you play baseball in skates?
we just had a guy from here that just got drafted. He was through 300. He was in the top 300 overall. He just lives in the same area we're from. Played for the same. He's older than my son, but he played for the same team that my son played for. But he just got drafted by. Last year in the draft, made it to the MLB. So there is Canadians that make it. So
do they use orange baseballs up there?
Yeah, so we can see them in the snow.
Yeah.
What's crazy about Day though, like where he's at in Canada, he has the same weather, never gets hardly any snow. He has the same weather me and you got, Mark, just about. I guarantee. What was your air temperature today in Fahrenheit? So not that Celsius bullshit.
He doesn't know Fahrenheit.
I'd have to convert it over.
It
was actually cold. It was actually cold this morning. It was. I think when I got up this morning, it was -1. So which is 1 degree below freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Oh yeah, that's fucking cold.
Yeah, so it's like 30 something.
It's still 60 degrees here at night right now.
But it was nice today. Like I think it was during the day today. It went up to like 13 or 14 degrees, so 13 above freezing. So whatever.
We're 68 here in the Grove. It's raining. Fucking Corey though, he's in the right country, United States, but I know he gets a bunch of snow, don't you? There, upstate New York.
We were actually almost 80 yesterday. I wore shorts, and then tomorrow we're gonna be 45 and rainy.
Have y'all's leaves started changing yet?
Oh, all the leaves are almost off the trees.
Wednesday, we're supposed to be in 27 for the low.
Wait, you say your leaves are all gone too, Mark?
Oh, with all the wind we've had lately, they're everywhere. Yeah. The leaves are blowing off like crazy.
Ours just really started full-fledged changing over. I thought about it today when I was driving. I was like, damn, man, it's getting ready to start being dark at fucking 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's gonna be all depressing and cold.
I watched one. I saw one meme. It said, yeah, let's turn our clocks back so it's dark at 4 p.m. Said no one ever.
Right.
I love it.
You probably do.
I like it for the type of work I'm in.
Yeah, they're old ass. They were around when they got developed, like when daylight saving time even got brought in.
They helped figure it out.
Right.
It makes sense for anybody who works outside.
Tell me when you sleep the best. Winter time.
Well, time it don't.
Yeah, go to bed at fucking 5 o'clock.
How does it make sense, Day? Because
it was developed. It was developed by the
farmers.
For farmers. So they were able to get their work done early in the morning. So if it's right now, when I go to work in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning or 7, it's still dark. So when the time changes, 7 o'clock is going to be light again now. So it'll be lighter, it'll be darker later in the afternoon. So I get off at 3 or 4
standard time. So this is the way it was supposed to be.
Right.
When it changes, we're in daylight savings right now. So they did that so the working day, like Jay says, would be longer.
Yeah.
Right.
I've also heard that kids didn't have to walk in the dark, by the way, like when they walk to school and shit.
That's why they did it.
I've heard kids, another point of it, or a pro of it, was so kids didn't have to walk to school in the dark. I've also seen that part of it. But I've always heard farmers.
That's not true because you didn't give a shit
I would
about
just-
your kids back
I would-
then.
Yeah, I'd just rather work. I'd rather be light in the morning and go to work early, and then just having to work late at night. So that
Tanner,
for me, I like it.
back then we used to be told, get out of the house and don't you come back till dark.
Pretty
So
much
it wasn't about the kids standing in the dark. I can promise you that back then.
Back when y'all had like fucking 15
about
brothers
money.
and sisters.
It was about money is what it's about. So people could work longer, pay more bills.
It's just so depressing, bro. You get off work and it's fucking dark. And
Hey,
can't
but you
even-
know what? Your nocturnal clock is better. So when you are in the dark and get home,
I don't want to talk to you about nocturnal
Go to
clocks.
sleep,
You work overnight, bro. You got a fucking vampire schedule.
I'm getting ready to never see the sun, basically.
Yeah, it's depressing, dude.
Not to me.
No wonder you're always in a bad, grouchy mood. It makes sense.
Not to me. I like the dark and the winter.
All right, folks, we went super long. I'm about ready to call it a night. You ready to call it a night?
Yeah, let's get out of here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Tell your friends about True Sim Productions. We're at 469 subscribers, getting so close
Giggity.
to that. We're 31 away from 500. So tell your friends, share it out. So everybody just like it, subscribe. We will see you guys next Saturday night for another great episode of Race Chatter. Mark probably won't be here, but everybody else will, I hope. All right. We will see you guys later. Peace out.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.